I mean, where do I really even... How does that song go again? Did I just do my whole face using one palette? Hold up, hold up, hold up. Did I just do my whole face using one MF palette? Yo, hoax. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video we are going to be reviewing the Dominique Cosmetics transition palette. This was all over my Instagram. I was so hesitant on buying this because like the flex on this palette alone, it was very sus. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't believe it, and then I actually used it, and then I was like, okay, but do I love it? Do I hate it? I guess you're just gonna have to watch the video and see. But I'm gonna put you guys up to a little challenge. Comment down below if you guys think I really did this just using this palette, or if I had to cheat a little bit. And then comment again once you watch the entire palette and let me know what you guys think. But honest to God, guys, like Dominique Cosmetics, okay. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I don't play Among Us personally, but this is mad sus. Okay, so from what I gather looking on the internet before I ordered it, what made me want to order it was the fact that Chris and Dominique created this palette with the thought process in mind that this is the only palette you need to create a full face. You got your bronzer in here, you got setting powders, you got under eye brightener, sculpting powders, you got it all in this palette. This is the Chris and Dominique transition palette. If a palette could flex anymore, it might as well also play the Terminator. Big flexing. I mean, obviously aside from lips, you're definitely gonna need other products for a full face, which I do have lips, by the way. However, I am excited because I love a challenge. I'm gonna try and do my entire face with this palette and see how it goes. And I'm really gonna try it. Like, I'm really gonna give it my all. I will say this shirt is super tight though. I'm gonna rip the pit, guys. Should I rip the pit? Tear it real quick. Not only did I get the palette, you guys, but I also did pick up some brushes. I picked up some lip options. I wanted to use as much of her products as possible. Not only because I'm curious about this palette and there was so much hype about it, but because, like I said, I really am such a big fan of Christian Dominique. She's an OG here on YouTube. If you guys don't know who she is, check her out. She released Dominique Cosmetics, I think like 3 years ago, and I have tried to avidly support her and her business as much as possible. That's what we're doing. We are going to go ahead and start off with the eyes because I really want to focus on the eyes. And if anything, if all face fails, I at least know I got a really beautiful all matte neutral eyeshadow palette, which I love. I'm going to go ahead and grab Frothy, and then I'm going to apply that just to set my concealer on my eye. And for that, I am going to use the Dominique Cosmetics DSO3, the blend and shade. Also, shout out to the fact that she has like a huge mirror in the palette. We love a big mirror. I'm going to go ahead and grab Toffee now, just to be our transition shade with that same brush. Also, I feel like it is a pro to say this. I have used her eyeshadows in the past, that's why I'm not really talking about them. I love her eyeshadows. Her eyeshadows are very smooth, they're very pigmented, they're super easy to blend out. Honestly, like one of the most A1 formulas out there when it comes to her eyeshadows. And this palette is definitely living up to the hype that I know. But I'm gonna go ahead and grab blushing now, and I'm gonna put it under that first shade, blending it together. And I'm still using that same brush because why not? These shadows are doing exactly what I want them to do. They're blending in so nicely. They're building up exactly how I want them to build up, and they are playing so well with each other, which I know like that's so expected. You obviously buy eyeshadow palettes and you expect every eyeshadow like to work together and blend together and build together, but sometimes that doesn't happen. I have had that experience so much with eyeshadow palettes where the colors for some reason they just don't mingle and don't mix, and it's honestly super irritating and they just become patchy and they don't build. But with this palette, I'm not having that issue, which I've never had a problem with any other palettes having that issue, but again, I just feel like it needs to be said. Now I'm going to go in with the DSO4, the crease blur brush. Not necessarily because I think we need another brush, because honestly this brush is doing God's work, but just because I want to obviously try as many of these brushes as I possibly can. And then we're going to go and we're going to grab this brush and we're going to grab Chai, which is this gorgeous burgundy mauve shade, and we are really going to put this in our crease. I really want like a defined crease and like a really creamy kind of lid, but I am going to go in with Chai and we are going to definitely define this crease. I'm going to very quickly grab my concealer brush with just whatever concealer is left over from cleaning up my brows earlier, and I'm going to clean up my lid again just as much as I can to make sure I have like the softest lid. And so natural can pull through, which is the color we're going to put on our lid. Now we're going to grab the DSO5, the pigment brush, and like I mentioned, we're going to go in with natural, and this is going to be our all over lid shade. Okay, I don't love this brush, at least not for this. She does have another shader brush though, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that. This is the DSO2 Packer brush. It's a little bit fluffier, so I just trust it more. I feel like the other one would be a better concealer brush than a shading brush, but that's just me. Because I don't really have an angled brush, I'm just gonna go ahead and use this one from Scott Barnes. This is the Scott Barnes 6'3" brush. This is such a good brush, oh my god. And then we're gonna go in with Cinnamon, which is this warm brown, and I'm gonna go ahead and place this on my outer V, kind of helping the tape guide us and smoking in this look. Because I do want to add some depth. I do want this look to be romantic yet sultry. Like, we want it to be a 2008 Rihanna, but we also like want it to be a 2012 Rihanna. What was your guys' favorite Rihanna moment? Mine was the one where she was just making music, period. That was great. You guys, I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the prettiest eye looks I think I've ever done. As far as just romantic kind of soft glam looks I've done, it's just very simple, very delicate, very feminine, but also very sexy and very sultry. I think I'm just gonna keep it there. I was gonna do eyeliner, but honestly, I just really love the way that the shadow kind of took over. So I think, actually no. I'm gonna do a little bit of liquid liner. This is just an Amazon liquid liner I have. It's in a really pretty burgundy shade, and I'm just gonna do like a thin line, a little baby one, just to complete this look, because now that I think of it, I do need liner for my lashes. So we'll be right back. Now we can move on to our foundation, and then we're gonna come back into this guy and see if it performs on the face as well as it did on the eyes. I just finished my concealer, so I kind of gotta move quickly back into this palette and back into Frothy, which is this gorgeous translucent-ish yellow under eye brightening shade. I love yellow brightening under eye powders. I just feel like it's what works best for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly apply it. I've never gone into an eyeshadow palette to do this, but it's actually not bad. That's really pretty. Super brightening. Oh wow. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm actually also going to grab natural just a little bit to kind of do the outer parts of my face, like right under Frothy. I dig it. And then we're just gonna go back into the same shadows we used earlier, keeping it very simple and very cohesive with this whole look. These lashes are so pretty, and when I tell you that they've been sitting in my lash drawer for over a year. By the way, these are the Tatti Lashes in the style TL3. It's 3D luxury make, I can tell you that much. And of course I went ahead and used my Voluminous Carmine Black mascara because it's a good mascara, and also like it was here. So for the rest of the face, because that's the claim of this palette, is it can beat your face completely, let's go ahead and move on to the contouring, because we have a few contouring shades. We got Toffee, which I think is the one I'm gonna go with, although I do feel like she might be a little too warm for me, but we're gonna figure it out. And I'm just gonna toast the edges of my face with this shade, and that is a very pretty contour shade, I'm not gonna lie. And then for blush, we're gonna go in with Soft and Sweet, and I'm going to mix it a little bit with its next door neighbor, which is Blushing. Both of these colors are super pretty, super my style blushes. I love soft pink and mauve blushes, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do a mix of both of these and pop them onto my cheeks. Oh wow, these are pigmented. Oops. I'm gonna grab a little bit of Frothy again just to kind of blend this blush a little bit more. And I know I love blush, like don't get me wrong, but she did go a little too heavy on the blush today, so don't mind me. And obviously this is an all matte shade, so we don't have any shimmers. I am gonna go ahead and do my highlight and my lips real quickly and see how this makeup kind of sits. But you guys, this makeup's got H's that she's keeping in the dark, that's for sure. You guys, I still like want to rip the pit on this shirt so bad. But anyways, here we are. By the way, this is an extension ponytail. I know it's not my shade, but I actually like the ombre kind of look it has. I know you guys can definitely tell it's an extension ponytail, but I really like the look it gives overall. It is from insert name here. I think it's the Liane. It's one of the newer ones, and it's in like ash or something, but it's really pretty. I like it. But anyways, the Dominique Cosmetics palette. I love this palette. I love it as an eyeshadow palette. Love it, ma. It killed it with the eyes. I I love the eye look that I was able to get out of it. I love how soft and matte this palette is. I love that it can be soft glam. I love that it can be smoky. I love that it can be feminine, and I love that it can be sultry and sexy while being very romantic and soft and sweet as well. It's just a very overall versatile must almost as an eyeshadow palette, but the fact that you can use it all over the face, and it has a contour shade, it has a blush, it has a under eye brightening powder, it honestly can also have a setting powder for a lot of people. Just the fact that it has all these elements to it and it is composed as such a universally useful palette, I love that. I love that it has a mirror. This is the most travel friendly palette I think I've ever used on my channel. If you're somebody who really wants to travel light, this is something that has, again, your blush, your bronzer, your setting powder, your transition shade, a complete array of eyeshadow looks. It is such a good palette. It really is. I really like it. I'm gonna go ahead and put my stamp of approval on it. As for the lip products, you guys, I love the lip products too. By the way, I use the lip liner in the shade Nudie. The lipstick I used is in the shade Pretty Natural, and this lip gloss is in the shade Creamer. Perfect name for it because it literally is just such a beautiful creamy nude shade. And at least for the lip glosses, I can vouch that I've used her lip glosses before and I really do enjoy them, but her lipstick is actually really good as well. I love the formula of her lipstick and the lip liner. It has such a unique shape to it. It's kind of angled and it's a little thicker, but it's a gorgeous lip liner, and the tone of it was phenom as well. I'm gonna go ahead and put my stamp of approval on everything that I used in today's video from Dominique Cosmetics. I think the brushes were probably like the biggest letdown of this whole video, but even with saying that, like, the brushes weren't terrible. They honestly were not the best brushes I've ever used in my life. I'm not gonna lie to you guys there, but they did come in handy. I don't regret buying them, and they did do a good job considering that I basically used like 2 brushes for an entire eye look. I don't think I mentioned it in the video at all, but this video is not sponsored. I actually purchased all of these items myself. Very happy to do so. Very happy to support this brand. If you guys are interested in checking out any of these products, please check out the links down below. I'm gonna have her website linked, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of comments on this shirt. This shirt I'm also gonna have linked down below. I'm gonna have the Tatti Lashes website also linked just so you guys can find the lashes, because these lashes are gorgeous and I think the lashes really pull this whole look together. And where you guys can find this ponytail, obviously I'll have that linked as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope it answered all the questions you guys had. I honestly came into this thinking it was gonna be a hoax, but boy did it show me up. Literally right in my face did it show me up, and I couldn't be happier with this purchase. I love this. What a great investment, like literally. Go me.